Well, good evening. I'm Charles Lollar. I'm running for governor. I'm a 17-year Marine Corps officer, 16 years business executive, 2-year chairman of the Maryland Taxpayers Association. I'm a graduate of Leadership Maryland and a graduate of Leadership Prince George's County. I've been married for 20 years. 21 October 23rd to Ms. Rosha Rose, who's here in Atlanta. We have 4 beautiful daughters and the most handsome grandson you've ever seen in your life. And he is the most handsome. I've got pictures. I've become one of those. I'm honored to be here in front of you, and I'm tempted to use my time, more or less, to talk about the problem of partisan politics and full-time politicians. Instead of going over my platform for the state of Maryland, because I honestly believe that we're in a broader purpose in terms of the direction we're going. If God's people don't begin to stand up and not just demand what's right, but start asking God for counsel in what direction to go. It was so exciting. I was personally excited to hear Margaret Jo Camp speak, but also Ms. Wilson speak. Now, Ms. Wilson had no idea I was going to bring her up, but her passion and her fire to start outlining some of the things that are going wrong. As I heard professional politician after professional politician stand up and make the same guarantees and the same promises just to keep their jobs. They're so concerned, wait, don't clap yet, let me finish. They're so concerned about the economy, yet and still they found time to vote themselves a pay increase for a part-time job with a $200 million structural deficit. I wonder when will people begin, not to sound too preachy, because I am a ordained minister for the past 22 years. I wonder will God's people will start standing up and realize that full-time politicians have no place in Annapolis or in Washington, D.C. It's time to expect more from those that serve you in Annapolis. They'll tell you a lot of good things without telling you the other things. For the past 8 years, they found 84 ways to take more money from you in the form of taxes, regulations, and fees across the state. 84 ways to take more money from you. They tell you they're going to increase minimum wage by $3 an hour, but then they hit you with a rain tax that will affect your church. They hit you with a gas tax that will go over the next 3 years. Tax after tax after tax on your property, in your communities, on your citizens, on you and I. But they don't talk about this. They talk about having the best school system in the state of, across the country, without telling you that that #1 rating is based upon how much money they spend per student and not the academic achievement of them. I am fed up with full-time politicians. That's one reason why they don't want me to go to Annapolis. I understand it, but I'll keep running anyway, because I believe God has a divine plan for us, and we're going to win this election. But we're going to win it for the right reasons. We believe that every full-time politician should not be one. They need to go home and get a job. If you got a job, it will change their conversation with their actions completely. They stop showing up in front of you making promises that they don't intend to keep. And they would have to begin to live under the laws they passed on you and I as citizens. One of my first orders of business is to ensure term limits comes before you as a referendum so you can vote for that and sit there but home and get a job. I've been a delegate for 40 years. Are you kidding me? Could you not get a job? I'm not clapping for that. That's the biggest entitlement program in the country. Also, we're going to sing and look hard, and we're going to work hard to ensure that General Assembly meets every odd year instead of every year, to ensure that you can no longer have professional and full-time politicians in Annapolis. It's a road for destruction in our country and in our state. I'll use my last 2 minutes to say this. It's time for you to expect more in terms of ethical and moral standards. It's time for you to hold your professional, for those that decide to run for office, hold them to a standard for their personal lives as well as the lives that they live in public. They want to make sure they bring bills before you. Listen, folks. Anytime that the General Assembly can spend 40 days on your dime, your tax dime, debating whether or not they can pass a bill on a bathroom bill. So that any given day when you wake up and you decide you're a female or male, you can use any bathroom you want. They've had too much time in Annapolis wanted Pastor Jenkins to pray for us. Because we knew it would take courage. The courage to stand under fire. As a Marine officer, I'm used to the fire coming. I'm used to the arrows coming. But as it turns out, I'm getting arrows from both sides, Republicans and Democrats. But that's okay. Because the Lord has taught me something through word, through prayer. Having done all to stand, stand therefore. Keep shouting the preparation of the gospel of peace, helmet of salvation, breastplate of righteousness. My wife and I took 14 months to pray for this to make the decision to do so. Let me use my last 5 seconds to introduce to you the next First Lady of Maryland, my wife, Rose